What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're gonna react to the second part of comparing the most painful ends, right? So if you want to watch the first video, it's right here. You can go watch it. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. This is the second part. So yeah, let's go. Though I feel like I remember the first one, like I said, how the fuck is this gonna? How is the second video and the third video gonna top the most painful end, the most painful death you could have? Because I think the most painful death you could have is like the radiation, you know, like killing you inside out, from the inside out. Yeah, so, you know, I don't know how anything's gonna beat that, but we're gonna find out.
4 divers realized they were in a deadly trap. Their
Okay.
decompression chamber, which was supposed to transport them from the depths to the surface safely, had turned into a tomb in mere seconds.
Oh,
The
is
pipe
this a
connecting the
sub?
chamber with a ship suddenly
no, this is
detached,
different.
causing the pressure inside to drop from 9 atmospheres to 1 immediately. Such a change in pressure is too much for the human body to handle.
Yeah.
The nitrogen in the bloodstream starts producing gas bubbles. The divers virtually boiled on the inside. Yet, on the scale of pain, this horrific nightmarish death only reaches the mark of 7, as
Yeah.
at least it's instant. The max
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I said that as well. Like motherfucker, like I remember when they said falling in lava is like a really high scale, but I'm like, don't you die instantly if you fall in lava? Like that doesn't make sense to me. And also getting shot in the head, it was like a 2, but you don't feel it because you get shot in the head. So I don't understand. I guess I don't know. Anyway,
points on the scale is 140 points. For every interval, I found a real human story. Watch this video until the end to find out what kind of pain reaches the colossal 135 points.
135.
But here's my
God
warning.
damn.
Viewer
Okay.
discretion is advised.
Viewer discretion.
One day in
Advised.
1975, Alex Mitchell was watching a comedy show called The Goodies at his home in
Okay.
Kings Lynn, Norfolk. In this episode, the comedians showcased a fictional martial art supposedly originating in northern England. The fighters
What
had to
kind
slap
of
each other as
martial
a greeting.
art?
With each new joke, he laughed harder and harder. He kept laughing for half an hour on end.
This motherfucker
Suddenly,
died of
Alex clutched
laughter?
at his heart, froze for a second, and dropped dead. To be
Bruh.
completely precise, there's no such thing as dying of laughter. But Alex Mitchell had long QT syndrome. It's a condition when the heart needs more resting time between the beats. People with this syndrome have to
Okay.
avoid strong displays of emotion. Alex's laughter led to cardiac arrest, and
Damn,
the pain
that's
he
sad, though.
experienced
What?
just before death reached 33
So this motherfucker actually died of laughter. That's actually crazy.
points on the scale. The odds of such
Like
situations
obviously you can't, but because of his situation, like you were saying, he did.
are extremely
crazy.
low, as are the odds of being bitten by the severed head of a snake.
Ah,
In 2014, Pang Fan from Foshan in the Chinese province of Guangdong worked as
wow.
a chef in an exotic foods
I want
restaurant.
to go like
One day,
China.
his clients ordered one of the most extravagant options on the menu, a soup with Indo-Chinese
Oh, man.
cobra meat. It's a rare delicacy.
What?
To cook it, the chef swiftly cut off the snake's head to
Cobra
minimize
meat.
its suffering. Then he
Okay.
skinned the body,
This
took out the
motherfucker
entrails,
died from
and
a
diced and
headless
marinated the
snake?
flesh. He took the cobra's severed head to throw it in the trash, when suddenly it bit Pang,
Huh?
injecting its deadly poison into the man's body.
How?
As it turns out, reptiles retain the ability to perform reflex actions for another hour after death. Soon, the chef's hand went red and numb.
Wait. How do motherfuckers do this then? Do they cut it off and then they just like they probably push it with their knife, right? And then throw it in the garbage? That's crazy.
His heart started
I
beating
know
wildly,
that.
and it became difficult to breathe.
That's
Pang
crazy.
couldn't even scream. The paralysis spread to his
this
entire body.
instantly?
Then the man fell onto the ground, and his heart stopped before the ambulance arrived with an antidote.
Yo.
This pain, which slowly paralyzes the body after a snake's bite, reaches 56 points on the scale.
Wow.
What could be worse than that? On February 28th,
Find out,
2020,
bro.
Russian blogger Ekaterina Didenko invited her friends to a bathhouse to celebrate
Okay.
her birthday. A party always means exciting and fun content, so the girl and her guests were filming their celebration. For a nice video, they decided to dress up as scientists and fill the pool with dry ice. In essence, it's carbon
my God.
dioxide. It's refrigerated until it
bro.
hardens and looks like fluffy snow to later be compressed into granules. The temperature of dry ice reaches around minus 79 degrees Celsius.
Can't this kill your
When in
ass?
contact with water,
Like-
it produces something like fog. It's harmless, but only in an
okay.
open area. The closed space
Oh,
of the
see that?
bathhouse
Okay, yeah,
didn't
there we
allow
go.
the ice to dissipate since there was too much of it. no
Yep.
less
They
than 30
fucking choked to
kilograms.
death, right?
The carbon dioxide soon replaced all the oxygen in the small room.
Yeah.
However, it took the guests, who were euphoric from the celebration, a long time to notice it. In this footage, we can see two men having fun. They jumped into the pool
Yo,
and
that looks
disappeared
crazy,
into the
though.
fog. The video cut off because everyone had started having trouble breathing. The guests began running out in a panic, and someone called an ambulance. But the two men who had jumped into the pool stayed there. As it turned out,
Oh
they
my
died on the
God.
spot. They could
On the
neither
spot?
inhale nor exhale. The strong pulsation
Yo, that would be so scary. Holy shit.
caused them a splitting headache, after which both of them went unconscious and started experiencing seizures. Usually, death of asphyxiation arrives after 4 to 6 minutes of total lack of oxygen, and the pain caused by that reaches 60 points.
Damn.
However, there are stories in which
I
people
feel like that
choose
should be
to
higher. That feels very painful and uncomfortable, but alright.
feel an even greater pain of their own volition. I'm talking about thrill seekers willing to risk anything for an adrenaline rush.
Okay.
On May 16th, 2015, two
brother.
base jumpers named Dean Potter and Graham Hunt gathered on a mountain point
bro,
that was
look at him.
almost 2,300 meters high in Yosemite National Park to
Yo.
perform a wingsuit flight. A wingsuit is a costume with wings that allows people to fly like birds before opening. The speed of a wingsuit flight can reach over 200 kilometers per hour. This makes any
That's
mistake
crazy.
potentially deadly. Apart from that, the more professional the base jumpers are, the more they want to make the task even more difficult for themselves. For example, they try to fly very
Oh
close
my
to trees
God.
or rocks.
Yo.
So, when Dean and Graham disappeared, the girl who secured their safety on the point heard a strange
is he just
noise.
gonna...
She thought it
What?
was the parachutes opening, but the men weren't supposed to end their flight so
Okay, if the pain scale for this one's just hitting a rock as fast as you can, then bro, that's instantly death as well. That's not gonna be on any fucking pain scale, bro.
She immediately tried contacting the base jumpers, but they didn't respond. Such jumps are prohibited in Yosemite National Park. So the guy's companion thought they'd landed after seeing the cops and weren't responding because they were talking with the officers. Yet, a few
you
minutes
can't-
later, it became clear
can't
that
jump
this
off
silence had gone
Yosemite?
on
Okay.
for too long,
Makes
and
sense.
she called for help. The Yosemite Search and Rescue Service started looking for the men immediately, but the Rangers failed to find them that night. In the morning, a state police force helicopter noticed
brother.
Dean and Graham's bodies
Fell to their
from the
death.
air. They were lying in a notch of a rocky ridge. Their parachutes
God.
weren't open, which meant the two base jumpers had tried to perform a complex stunt and fly past the structure, only to fail and crash. On
Whoa,
the pain
what the
scale, this
fuck?
reches 76 points.
How
Many
though? They
types of
just
sports.
they hit the okay.
For example, in mountaineering, it's not
Oh,
just a simple fall
shit.
that can kill you. On May 21st, 2001, a French mountaineer named Pierre Paperon was summiting Everest
Paperon.
via the Northeast Ridge Route. At an altitude of 8,500 meters, he
Bro,
was
I
horrified.
want to do this one day. Oh my god, bro. I want to climb like a big mountain like that one day, but bro, that's scary, low key. Bro, you fall like this, you're pretty much dead, bro. You are dead as fuck, bro.
As it turned out, the body's been lying in a limestone alcove cave for quite some time.
Wow.
And no one knows for sure who it belonged to. The mountaineer most likely couldn't take the difficult ascent to the world's highest peak any longer.
Don't
and
you,
froze to
like-
death. There are a few
Don't you have like a mask though to like help with that? I don't know.
versions regarding the identity
They're talking
of
about, like,
Green Boots, and most
the
clues
shortness of
point to
breath,
it
right?
being Sueng Paljor. In 1996, 8 mountaineers
man.
died after getting caught in a blizzard on Mount Everest. But the most horrifying thing
No,
in this
also,
story is
I guess that's 1996. So I guess. Well, no, can't you gauge when a blizzard's gonna be coming through? Maybe not. Am I dumb? I think I am.
the last minutes of Green Boots' life looked something like this. At first, he trembled from the cold, but then the frost paralyzed his body. All of his limbs went numb, but the unbearable pain in the
He just-
muscles and the bones
he just
remained.
sat
Then
there?
the consciousness started dimming. At this point, people
Oh,
usually
no,
begin
that's
having
horrifying.
delusions and hallucinations, and at some point, they start feeling like it's very warm or even hot in the surroundings. The mountaineers get drowsy and slowly die. Even though in the last seconds of life, the freezing person feels like the pain is over, this slow process reaches no less than
Okay.
80 points on the pain scale.
So
However-
freezing to death is 80. So that motherfucker didn't even fall anywhere. He just sat down because he was too cold, and he just died. He just sat there because I'm done. That's actually crazy. But hey, now I know if I freeze to death and I get all warm and shit, That's when I gotta get up and move, if I can.
In 1981, Michael Anderson Sloan was sentenced to death by electrocution for the murder of Mary Elizabeth Room.
This is the dude that didn't die. I know there's a case somewhere like someone got put in the electric chair and he didn't die the first time. Like, and then they had to do it again and then he died. Some shit like that. I wonder if this is the story.
Sexually abused and killed her with an iron in her own apartment.
Wow.
Yet in 1983, a retrial dropped the allegations of sexual abuse and changed Michael's sentence to a lifetime in prison. However, fate played a trick on him. One day, Michael was trying to fix a pair of TV earphones. He had nothing to cut the wires with, so he started trying to sever them with his teeth. At that moment, the prisoner would...
Some people deserve to die. Bro, okay, I'm sorry. That's not true. But like, bro, you serious? How dumb are you, bro?
Sitting on a toilet, which is made out of metal in prison.
Oh my God.
As we all know, metal is an exceptional electricity conductor.
This is insane.
The power went through Mike's body, boiling all of his organs and hitting his heart. In the end, the man did end up dying on an electric chair of sorts. This kind of pain reaches 90 points
actually a very interesting story. I've never heard about that before.
on the scale. Death
Homie fried himself. That's crazy.
does await you in the most unexpected places. You should stay vigilant everywhere, even in a pool at a fun cocktail party. On July 22nd, 2022, Khalil Kimhi was having fun at a corporate party in Karmeh Yosef, Israel. Suddenly, the water level in the pool he'd been swimming in started dropping. At first, everyone thought it was a prank, and someone had just opened the drain valve, so neither Khalil nor anyone else got out of the water.
Huh?
But in mere seconds, a real whirlpool appeared in the pool. In an instant,
what?
Khalil got sucked inside the pool structure, behind which, as it turned out, a void appeared.
What?
In this footage, we can see another man barely escaping the same trap. The water kept pulling
How?
Khalil through a tunnel of dirt and stones, causing him countless wounds and fractures. The poor man's body was found by the rescuers in a 13-meter-deep opening.
Oh my
This
God.
suffering reached 93 points on the pain scale.
Yo.
But the death that can be placed at 100 points.
Wait, that's just, how the fuck did that even...
On December 13th, 2020,
Hippos?
Marius Els went on another
What
walk
are you
with his
doing,
pet
bro?
hippo.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I love hippos. I think they're cute. I think they look cool. But you got me fucked up. If you think I'm getting anywhere near a hippo, bro, they decide if they want to kill you, bro. They just chomp you. Especially me, bro. I'm a stick, motherfucker. They'll just break me, bro. This is crazy.
Yes, you've heard that right. A few years before,
Look at
a
that
farmer from
kitty.
South
Oh,
Africa
look at
rescued
it.
a hippopotamus cub from a flood. After this, he took it home and brought it up like a domestic animal.
Yeah.
Humphrey the hippopotamus responded
Bro,
to his
okay, I've heard about this before. I don't know. I think it was Instagram or something. I heard about this. But yeah, I heard about it
name,
before.
played with Marius,
Fucking-
and even let
he
the
bites
man
his
ride
ass,
on
bro.
its back. Marius often fed the animal by hand and brushed its teeth. The locals were worried by the fact that the hippopotamus attacked cows and even killed one of them. However, Marius kept
Holy
saying
shit,
the animal
bro.
was peaceful.
Hey, no. Look, this sounds kind of morbid, but I want to see that shit, bro. Did the hippo throw around the cow? You know how crazy that is, motherfucker? You know how heavy a cow is? And what's crazier, this motherfucker's even heavier than a cow, and you can just probably bite him and fucking throw him in the air if you wanted to. Probably, right? I mean, probably, bro.
And
Hippos
obedient.
be strong as hell.
Yet, one day, after a walk with Humphrey,
Look at that, bro.
the farmer disappeared. Soon, he was found dead, with wounds from large teeth on his body. Ironically, the hippopotamus assaulted its master on the very same river where Marius had rescued it.
That's
Hippopotamus
crazy.
teeth are very different from lion or wolf teeth. Their bites result in fast blood loss and death. The
Okay.
hippopotamus's mouth resembles an enormous press, crushing bones and tearing muscles under tremendous
Oh.
pressure. On the pain scale, such a death stands at 100 points.
Bro, so
But the next death I'll tell
getting
you
bit by a
about
hippo
reaches
is 100. That's crazy.
110.
That's more than a shark, bro. Because a shark was like 50-40. I swear to God, it was like that in the last video. And that's 100. That's crazy.
Something had exploded right in the mouth of 25-year-old
Huh?
Volodymyr Lykanos. Sadly, the doctors couldn't save the man. His head
Exploded
injuries
in
were
his
too
mouth.
bad. The police found chewing gum just before his death.
Huh?
But can gum really explode? A forensic examination revealed that an explosive powder named hexogen was to blame for the incident. But why did the manufacturer add it to the gum? The police found out that Volodymyr liked to dip his gum in citric acid. He was a chemistry student who apparently conducted forbidden experiments.
What?
That's why he mixed up a safe food acid with hexogen. This substance's explosive power is 4 times greater than TNT on the pain scale.
Did this motherfucker say that doctors tried to save him? Motherfucker, his head must have exploded, bro. His head must have literally exploded. It was only his fucking body left, bro. That's insane.
Such a death reaches 100
Holy shit, but that's the thing, bro. You die instantly, right? Because you...
110 points.
That's wild,
You'd think
bro.
there's nothing more painful than that, but you'd be wrong. On December 16th, 2015, a towing service employee of Mumbai International Airport, Ravi Subramaniam, was helping an aircraft get...
Dude, this motherfucker gets sucked in the fucking, the jet engine, bro. Oh, God, bro.
The plane was running late, so the pilots opened the engine power in haste, failing to notice that 4 towing specialists were still standing next to the aircraft.
4?
The men quickly moved away in different directions to avoid being crushed, but Subramaniam was standing with his back toward the plane and didn't manage to react that fast. In mere seconds, the man got sucked into the jet engine, whose blades rotate at the speed of 50,000
Bro, you know what's crazy about this shit, bro? Motherfuckers right here probably saw that shit. They saw him get blendered, bro. Blendered. Ooh.
So they immediately inflicted countless injuries on the man's body.
Oh my God.
He was virtually torn into pieces.
I mean,
even
yeah,
though
bro.
this death was instant, it was still horrific and reached a colossal 120 points on the pain scale. However, this is still not the highest mark. So what death is more painful than everything I've mentioned above? In 1985, a patient of Yakima Valley Memorial Hospital in the state of Washington, USA, had cancer and was undergoing radiation therapy.
Bro, okay, so, hey, radiation again. It's gonna be this every time. The third video is also probably radiation, bro. Just watch. I'm calling it, bro. Because like I said, bro, the last video was literally because of radiation, too. It was like, I forget. Oh, they rubbed radiation on their skin! Don't tell me how I kind of forgot. Like, they found this substance and it was radiation they didn't know, and they rubbed it on their skin. And they, obviously fucking died, so, yeah.
Procedure in and of itself.
Oh my God.
Yet after another painful session, the woman developed a strange stripe-shaped redness on her thigh, which the doctors hadn't warned her about. This is not the only case of patients receiving radiation burns after undergoing treatment with this machine. Sadly, the doctors took too long to find fault with its functioning. Instead of a safe dose consisting of 200 rads, the machine produced around 20,000. That's a radiation level you'd receive inside the broken Fukushima reactor.
Sorry about that, my dog's barking. Hold on.
This mistake caused the deaths of at least 6 patients.
Oh my God.
It was a truly horrible death.
Who's to blame for that? Is it the doctors or is it the machine? Probably the doctors, right? Because they need to check it, right? It's probably the doctor's fault.
Accompanied by tissue necrosis, organ failures, and internal bleeding. This pain reaches 135 points.
Yep. Oh, I guess there isn't a third one, but I thought this was the third one, but it's not. It's the most painful punishment, which I guess, you know what? I guess we will react to that as well, because this is probably what else. Okay, this is probably like torture type shit. So I'm actually really interested to watch this. So anyway, that is today's video. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You already know what to do. And yeah, I love you. Have a good day. And peace.
Two shawty's getting live in the hatchback. Ass up, world star with the clapback. Young man with the plan, it's the campaign. Mommy wants some rosé, no champagne.